Chapter Surah 18. Servant 1. Lillahi Creator is to be praised for revealing Quran to his servant Abdihi. This book has straight versions and no wickedness is allowed. 2. The book directs him, Nabi, to warn the people of severe chastisement by him. He should give good news to the believers, Mumini, who take correct action, that they will have an appropriate compensation reward. 3. They will live in the gardens. 4. Those people who say that Allahu Creator has a son should be warned. 5. They are not correctly informed nor were their fathers. It is a serious allegation that they make. What they say is a falsehood. 6. He may feel so hurt so as to feel like killing himself. He will feel very sad if they did not believe that statement, Rabbi Creator has had no son. 7. He has created the earth and its contents. This is to know as to who carries out the duties their work properly. 8. He will make this earth as a plain ground without anything standing or growing on it. 9. Thus he considered that the cavemen and the inscription therein were his extraordinary creations. 10. Does he think that the young person who entered the cave prayed to Rabbana Creator that he may show mercy on them and guide them to the right path? 11. These young men stayed in the cave for many years. However, he prevented them from hearing. 12. Thereafter, he woke up to know as to which group could tell as to the number of years they had been in the cave. 13. Rabbihim Creator said that he will state the story of these cavemen. They were young persons who believed in him. He gave them guidance in ample measure. 14. Rabbuna Creator advised them to be more patient so that their hearts were strengthened. The young men stood up and praised that he was the one who had created the skies and the earth. They stated that they will not praise anyone else except him. He was pleased with them and said that he could have said some extraordinary, very much rare, things for them. 15. Some of the people put up partners with him. Can they give any definite and clear proof in favor of these persons? Persons making that lie against Allahi Creator is a most unjust person. 16. Allah Creator told him that after he had left those persons who ever putting up as partners with him, he should go into the cave. Rabbakum Creator will be very merciful on him and guide him so that life becomes better for him and his affairs improved. Rabbi, can he cause anyone to err? 17. When he sees the rising sun, he may find that the sun's light bends on the right side of the cave. However, when the sun is setting, the light of the sun bends on the left side of the cave. During this period, those people bask in the open area. This is an indication which Allahu Creator has caused. Whoever is guided by Allah Creator will be on the right course path. If he causes to anyone to make an error go wrong, no one else would befriend him and guide him to right course path. 18. He might get the impression that those persons are awake, but actually they are sleeping. He caused them to turn to their right side and thereafter to the left side. Their dog has its front paws outstretched towards the entry of the cave. If he is near the cave and has their sight, he will be filled with fear and turn back to run away. 19. Rabbukum Creator caused them to wake up. One of them asked from the other as to how long they had been there. His answer was for a day or a part thereof. The other person told him that only he would know as to how long they had been there. Thereafter, one of them gave to the other a silver coin. He requested him to go to the town and fetch for them pure food for eating. He should behave gently. He should not say anything about them to anyone. 20. If they came to know about him, they will prevail upon him and may stone him to death or compel him to follow their faith. Then he cannot succeed. 21. Allah Creator devised the way so that these men came to know about themselves that they may also know that His promise was true. About the hereafter day of judgment, there was no doubt. They were in discussion and during which some controversy arose. One of them said that his Rabbukum Creator knows the best. Those whose viewpoint prevailed said that they will make a mosque, masjidah, on the place where they were. 22. Some people said that they were there in numbers, some said that they were 5. 26. However, only Ilahi Creator knows about the exact number of years that the cavemen stayed in the cave. Only He knows about things which are invisible or which may happen in future. His vision is very clear and so are His guidelines. For them, He is only guardian. He does not require help of anyone. 27. He should recite from the book revealed by Rabbik Creator. No one can change what has been written in the book, and he cannot find protection except from Him. 28. He should be with those who do their prayers morning and evening asking for Rabbi's Creator's grace on them. He should not have his attention diverted to attractions in this world. He should not be bothered about persons whose hearts have been made indifferent to the memory of Rabbahum Creator and he is indulging in unethical activities. This person has gone beyond the limits of propriety. No conversion. 29. Rabbi's Creator's revelations contain the true guidelines. If he wants to believe, or if he does not want to believe, should be left to do what each like. For those who are unjust, their place will be hell where fire, Naran, will be their curtain. When they ask for water, they will be given molten brass, which will burn their faces. Evil will be their drink as also the resting place. So will be their abode. 30. The believers who do righteous deeds will be duly rewarded. Gardens, clothes, ornaments. 31. For the believers who do righteous deeds are the gardens underneath which the rivers flow. Gold ornaments like bracelets will be given to them. They will wear green thick or thin silken robes with golden embroidery. For resting, they will have couches at a height. These will be their rewards. 32. He may tell the story of 2 men. One of them will have 2 gardens. The gardens will have grape vines and palm trees around them and cornfields in the middle. 33. The 2 gardens will produce fruits and more, what these ought to produce. In the middle of the 2 gardens a river will flow. 34. This man was possessed of a large wealth. He asked his companion as to why he had a dispute with him. The first man said that he was wealthy than him and had a larger retinue of men. 35. This man entered his garden, but he was unjust man. He thought that what he had will never perish. 36. He said that for him, the day of judgment will not arrive. However, if he had to return to Rabbi Creator, he was sure that he will give him a place is better than what he has. 37. Other men told him if he disbelieved him, who had made him from dust, he has made him into a full grown-up man from a small seed. 38. The other man told the first one that he believed in Allahu Creator and he does not associate any partners with him. 39. He further asked him as to why he did not say that whatever he had was due to Rabbi Creator. Further, the only Wallahu Creator has all the powers and not anyone else. The second man told the first man that does he consider him as inferior in terms of wealth and children? 40. Rabbi Creator may grant him a better garden than his. He will send a thunderbolt from the skies to reduce the gardens to a plain treeless ground and without plants. 41. Its water will disappear into the ground, and he will not be able to see it. 42. His wealth may be destroyed. His one hand held other tightly under distress as he saw the everything had fallen down on the ground, and the garden was completely destroyed. In utter dismay he said that he should not have associated partners with Rabbi Creator. 43. Only Allahu Creator could protect him. Also, he could not fend for himself. 44. Here, only the protection of Lillahi Creator is available. He is liberal in giving rewards. He is very severe in imposing giving punishment. 45. He should relate to them the story of life on this earth. Allahu Creator causes the rains on earth. This results in growth of herbage on earth. In due course of time, the growth ripens and ultimately dries up. Gradually, the growth breaks down into pieces and winds blow them away. He has authority over everything. 46. Wealth and children are considered as embellishments this life in the world. The good activities which have long-term effects are favorites of Rabbika Creator for rewards and for expectations including work required in future. 47. A day may come when he may have the mountains removed and making the earth a plain ground. All of them will be gathered together. Nobody will be left out. Resurrection scene described. 48. They will all appear before Rabbika Creator and they will stand in ranks. They will appear before him in the same condition as they were born. Did they think that he had not appointed a time for the day of judgment? 49. A book will be placed before them. The sinful will wonder as to what that book contained. Does it have every small detail of the happenings in life on earth? Rabbika Creator will not be unjust to anyone. Obeisance to Adam. 50. All angels straight before Adam as directed by him except Iblis. He was a jinn. He disobeyed an order of Rabbika Creator. He inquired if they will befriend offspring of Satan. Iblis, Satan, is Adam's, Main's, open enemy. For the unjust, the consequence has to be bad one. 51. There were no witnesses when the skies and earth were created by him. So was the case when the living were created. If he cannot treat the leaders as being aiders of any wrong. Polytheism. 52. On the day of judgment, they will be asked to call for help of those whom they had put up as his partners. They will call on those personages, but those will not answer. Separation will come about between them. 53. Those found guilty will have to face the fire, Nara, of hell. They may apprehend that they may be pushed in the hell. They will not find a shelter anywhere else. 54. He has said that in Quran and all kinds of examples have been set out. But man is most contentious. 55. Why should men not believe in Quran when guidance for them is given therein? They can ask for forgiveness from Rabbakum Creator before what had happened to the ancients happens to them. Otherwise, chastisement on them has to follow befall. 56. Apostles' messengers are appointed by him as carriers of good news and as warners. The disbelievers make all kinds of contentions in order that the truth of Quran is nullified. They mock at his guidelines, have the warning given. 57. Rabbika Creator distanced himself from them. They forget what he had given to them with 2 heads earlier. He had put veils on their hearts and made their ears weak of hearing. Even if anyone wants to advise them, they will still not hear them as was done before. 58. Rabbukal Creator is merciful and forgiving. He has already ordered a chastisement for them for their wrongs. They cannot escape from there to find any shelter. 59. He had destroyed many towns when their people acted unjustly. A time has also been fixed for destruction of sinners in the towns. Moses. 60. Moses told his assistant that he will not stop moving until he reached the junction of the 2 rivers, or he will continue working moving for any number of years. 61. When those persons reached the junction of the rivers, they forgot about the fish. The fish swam away and became part of the sea. 62. After traveling farther, he, Moses, told his assistant to bring meals for them as they had become tired after the long journey. 63. He said that when they were near the rock, he forgot about the fish. This was Satan's doing. The fish found its way into the river. 64. He said that was what they had sought for, and they set out for the return journey. 65. Then they found one of their servants, to whom some knowledge had been given, and also mercy had been shown to him. 66. Moses told him that he should teach him the correct knowledge. 67. He told Moses that maybe Moses becomes impatient. 68. This is because he may not be having complete knowledge of the matter. 69. Moses said that if Allahu Creator wishes, Moses will be patient. Moses assured him that he will not disobey him in any matter. 70. He said that if Moses followed him, then he should not interject his questions until he asks him about the same. 71. So they went on and boarded a boat. However, he made a hole into a boat. Moses asked him if he had made the hole so that all the inmates of the boat are drowned. He was told that he had done a very serious wrong. 72. he said that he had told him that he may not show sufficient patience. 73. Moses said that he should forgive him but not for forgetting, and further he should not be harsh on Moses. 74. So they went on together until they met a boy. He was killed by him. Moses told him that he had killed an innocent person. This was a manslaughter and evil act. 75. Again Moses told him that he was to show patience with him. 76. Moses assured him that if thereafter Moses asked him about his affairs, he may not retain Moses in company. He does know that he will not find an excuse to be rid of Moses. 77. The group moved on until they reached a town. They asked for food from the townsmen but were refused. They came across a wall which was about to crumble down. It was repaired by them. These men were told that they could have claimed charges for the repair of wall. 78. He said that this was sufficient for him to separate from them. He said that he will explain to them the effect of their not showing patience. 79. The boat in which they traveled belonged to a poor man who worked on the river. He wanted to damage it. A king was forcibly taking possession of the boats. 80. As for the boy, his parents were believers. He had apprehension that the boy may force the parents to give up their faith, and for that he may have exceeded his limits. 81. Further, he said that he wanted that in Allah Creator to give them a son who would be a believer in him as a due compensation for their belief in him. 82. So far as the wall was concerned, it belonged to two orphans. Wallahu Creator inspired him to repair the wall because there was a treasure under the wall. When the children attained majority, they would come into possession of the treasure. Their father was a righteous man. He added that these were the reasons for what he did in each case. 83. When some persons asked him about Zulkarnain, he answered that he will explain to them about him. 84. He had established him in the land and provided him with all means of subsistence and access to everything. 85. Thereafter, he planned for a journey. 86. He continued his journey until he reached a place at sunset where the sun was sinking into the Black Sea. He also found a tribe community by the side of the sea. He asked him, Zulkarnain, to either impose a punishment on them or benefit them. 87. He answered by saying that he would chastise those persons who were disbelievers and unjust. Thereafter, they will appear before him, where he may impose any other punishment on them. 88. Of those who are believers and just, doing good acts, he will reward them suitably. Further, he will convey to them and easy guidelines for them to follow. 89. Thereafter, he went out on another journey. 90. His journey led him to a place where the sun seemed to be rising. He found a tribe community upon whom the light of the rising sun had fallen, and there was no shade of them. 91. He had full knowledge of what he had learnt by being in that place. 92. Thereafter, Zulkarnain went out on yet another journey. 93. His journey continued until he reached a place where between the two mountains he found a community tribe which did not understand a word, they were illiterate. 94. they informed Zulkarnain that the community tribe was being harassed by two persons named Gog and Magog, Yajuja wa Majuja, and they made mischief in the land. They inquired from him if they had to pay a price to him for raising a barrier between them and those persons. 95. He told these people that he was on Rabbi Creator's errand. They should provide men to him so that he could raise a permanent fortified barrier for their protection. 96. He asked them to bring to him empty blocks made from iron until he had raised a wall-like structure. Thereafter, he lit a fire so that molten brass could be poured into the hollow wall. 97. Gog and Magog, Yajuja wa Majuja, will not be able to climb that wall nor drive a hole into the wall. 98. He told them that he had done this work at the bidding of Rabbi Creator, who is merciful. He also told them of the day of judgment promised by Rabbi Creator, and when there will be a leveling of the place. What has been said by Rabbi Creator is true. 99. On the day of judgment, last day, waves of humans will follow one after the other and one upon the other, as in the case of sea waves. On the blowing of the trumpet, all persons will be gathered together. 100. The gates of hell will be opened for the disbelievers, for all those persons to see. 101. On appearance before him on the day of judgment, some persons, disbelievers, who got sacred of the possible punishment, had their eyes on the ground as if covered by a veil, eyelids, and for some reason they were unable to hear fully. 102. Do the disbelievers consider that Rabbi's Creator's servants can be made guardians as him? Gates of hell have been opened for the disbelievers. 103. Should the name of persons who had done wrongs and unjust deeds be openly announced? 104. Those persons whose activities in life on earth have come to naught, they considered themselves as experts in using their hands. 105. Persons who were disbelievers of the revelations messages sent by Rabbi Creator. Of this day, their activities have come to naught, and they will not be judged by the balance of good and bad. 106. Their place is the hell. They disbelieved the revelations messages and mocked at the apostles' messengers. 107. Those persons who were believers and did good deeds, their place is the gardens. Jannat stay. 108. They will abide therein. They will never like to be removed from there. 109. What Rabbi Creator has conveyed to the people or conveyed for them is so voluminous that ink of the quantity of sea water will be insufficient. Belief in Rabbi only one. Just and good acts, conduct. 110. He, Nabi, is a mortal like any other human being. The revelation had been made to him. There is only one Rabbi Creator. Anyone wishing to meet him must be just and do good acts and not raise partners with him.